Hello. So I the reason I'm doing this live is multifold. So I need to check if my Wi-Fi is actually any good in the new place I'm staying. And I feel like doing a live is the one way to actually test that out. And I also do want to do a little energy update because things have been interesting, and I know I'm not the only one who has been going through some big transitions, and I do have several update videos that I want to share, just certain things going on, and yeah, how I'm landing in my move to Ireland, my more permanent move, although I was here last year. um but yeah, so that is being energetically prepped in one way or another, until I'm ready to channel it through. And today, I really just want to talk about some of the collective energies that we're experiencing right now, and sort of maybe continuing for the next month or so. And I was talking to one of my friends who's very into this work, and she very aptly referred to this energy we're experiencing right now as the squeeze. And that seems to be a bit of a theme right now, is that people are feeling that almost a bit of a bottleneck kind of energy of it, if you're not really listening to the call from soul, then you are going to be feeling like things are not going your way right now. And we are in that period where all planets are out of retrograde. And so that's really inviting us into that forward motion, forward momentum. And if we are not willing to move with that current, then that's when we start to feel like things are stuck, or why are things not working out for me? That kind of energy. And so it's important to look at the pieces for where maybe you've received action steps that you haven't acknowledged or fully put into place. Hi, Fatima. Hello. I didn't actually expect anyone to join the live stream, so thank you guys for showing up. And if you could let me know, hello, hello, hello. If you guys could let me know if the connection's okay, that would be really appreciated. So I'm just talking a little bit about the collective energies. And yeah, so if we find ourselves in that place where we're feeling really stuck, hi Alana. Yeah, if we're finding ourselves in that place where we're stuck, then it's a really good indication that there's things that we need to look back on and go, okay, where did I miss that step? Okay, great to hear the connection is good, Alana. I'm here to test it out. Um, so yeah, so really acknowledging where we're being invited to jump forward, and also taking our time with it. It does feel like the pace doesn't feel for the next month like it's go, go, go. It feels like it's this nice, gentle movement forward. So it doesn't feel like you need to just dive into anything, but it's about acknowledging where you might have missed a few steps, because that's always that's always where that feeling of being stuck is coming from, one way or another, right? So yeah, and I wanted to talk a little bit as well about an experience I had today, because I think it really speaks to what we're experiencing collectively. So I have been without my van for the last week, and talk about a squeeze. Not having my van in rural Ireland has been challenging, and I'm lucky I have the most lovely landlords who have been so helpful. But really being quite sort of isolated here, not having my van, it felt like this huge loss of freedom, and really required me to really sit with myself, and also really connect deeply with the land that I'm on right now as well. And that yeah, it was a whole journey. And now, having got my van back, I was able to go and do some bits and pieces and some things that I just really needed to get caught up on. So I went to, and I won't be too explicit here, but just in case, because you never know who's watching, but I went to a kind of beauty sort of therapy kind of place and received a treatment there. And I could tell the person offering the treatment was very much in their shadow, and not in a place where they were willing to maybe look at certain things they might be dealing with. And throughout the process, I could just feel all of their projections just hitting my field and just sort of sitting on this outer layer. And, luckily I am very energy sensitive. And so I was aware that this was happening. And so while I'm receiving this treatment, I'm just pushing those projections out of my field. But it really made me reflect on, well, not everybody is energy sensitive, not everybody is tuned into their own energy management system. And if I'd have received that energy and bought it as my own, my day could have gone a totally different direction if I had not been able to clear that. And so there are a lot of collective projections going around right now. And so the question of, is this mine, is really important right now, of really tuning in and going, is this my energy? Because you could be picking up stuff left, right, and center. And that's always the case on some level. There's always elements of that are playing out. But I think for the next month or so, that is going to be even more heightened. And so this grants us a beautiful opportunity to get really clear on our energy management skills and looking at how we can really start to be more cognizant and aware of how we project our energy, but also how energy gets projected onto us. So really utilizing that tool of, is this mine? Okay, if it's not, I'm returning to sender. And if it is mine, then I work through it. You use your tools of emotional release or belief repatterning or any of the myriad of tools that are available to us. And if you want to put on to any of those, and feel free to leave me a comment. I'm going to save this live, but there's so many different resources that we can draw on, especially in times which are energetically a little bit busier. So yeah, it's definitely important now more than usual, I would say. And the real beauty about this time as well is that we are experiencing definitely an acceleration in terms of our multidimensional consciousness. And I'm seeing a lot of people accessing different higher versions of themselves, whether that might be, sort of different versions of themselves that are very much earth-based, but also different versions of themselves which are very galactic, and that energy is becoming more accessible again. There was a period last year, and I'd be interested to know if anyone who's quite galactically connected was also feeling that, but those channels went quite quiet for a while I think people were going through a different kind of process, and they have really opened back up. So if you are someone who is cosmically connected, now is a really good time to tune in and to see what is available to you right now, and really anchor into that sense of forward momentum that is available at the moment. So I wasn't expecting to do a language transmission, but I could feel all of this energy building for that. So I'm gonna share a bit of light language, and feel free, if there's anything I've touched on in the chat, feel free to share anything that might be going on with you. And I'm just gonna bring through some of this clearing. And yes, Fatima, it has been it has been a lot. I don't know anybody who's not been experiencing some form of challenge over the last little while, but it's really been a theme of big transitions. So many people moving or moving jobs or yeah, really being course corrected. A lot of healers, a lot of people who are here as star seeds or in some kind of service, soul service kind of role, getting course corrected. And I think it's interesting as well that we're in the year of the snake. So lots of shedding, lots of purging going on. Thank you very much. I love your purified light language. Oh, thank you, Fatima. And I've been getting weird nightmares and I don't even watch movies that much. Okay, yeah. So that could be a lot of different things. As I kind of tune into your field, Fatima, it feels like really anchoring into that energy of calling all of you back to you before you go to sleep. And sometimes we do need to set an intention to just clearing something there. Sometimes we do need to set an intention to stay in our bodies at night as well. I know a lot of us love to go off astral traveling, but sometimes what we really need is to stay in our bodies and really properly sleep, deeply sleep. I'm registered blind, so that makes it hard when I don't know where the projection are coming from, as I'm also around the home a lot due to disability. Okay, yeah. And the thing is that these projections as well, it can just be collective. It can be collective frequencies that we're picking up on. And if you are someone who is quite open, Fatima, I do get that energy from you that you're probably quite sensitive. You could be picking up on those collective frequencies as well, those collective timelines. So you might be reading energy that isn't even yours to process or to carry. And so that same kind of tool would apply as well, of just being like, okay, sending back any of that collective energy. I'm unplugging from the collective timelines where I'm downloading any information that I don't need. That can be a really good thing to do. We don't always want to be plugged into collective timelines, and sometimes we do without realizing it. We kind of just slot into that collective field, when actually we want to be kind of anchored and centered in our own energy and able to dip in and out when it suits. To make the intention to anchor into my body before sleep. Yes, exactly. So just set that intention before you go to sleep. Just be like, hey body, we're gonna keep our soul in tonight. We're not and say to you could say to your energy body as well, we're staying in the physical body tonight. But yeah, just setting that intention to stay in the physical body. And it really does work as well. Sometimes something might come in where we kind of jump out, but if you keep doing it for a couple nights in a row, it will work. It will definitely work. Christina, what a nice surprise to see you on Courtney. I was speaking about our session with someone today and I'm still mind blown. Amazing. Thank you, Christina. I loved our session. It was so beautiful. You have such, beautiful energy. I'm so blessed to connect with the most amazing souls. I think about that every day. I'm like, holy shit, I get to connect with the most amazing people. So yeah, I love that. Okay. Cool. So so I'm going to just continue bringing through a little bit of light language. This feels like a little throat clearing. That was a lot of Lemurian energy coming through there, Christina. So I feel like that was connected with you. So yeah, so they're just sharing that this is just a bit of a system upgrade, a bit of a system rebalancing. Just releasing any emotions we might be holding in our stomach or womb area. that aren't ours. Ftikasha, sui shukuratai, si shukuratsa, yishanka, sui shukurase, shukurasa. Ishakutayasa, rusei shukurasan, da shukutayasa, ishakai, sui shukurasai, shukurasa, fishakui sukurasai. Ishakatayasi, si sikuratayasha, isakratayasha. Just hearing a message for you as well, Fatima. Just around grounding as well, and you don't even have to go outside to do that, but just really tuning into your body. And you can imagine sending a cord from your roots just going down into the center of the earth and just grounding in, and just imagining all that beautiful earthly energy just coming back up, and then sending a cord just straight up from your crown or from your heart space into the stars, and just then anchoring that energy back down. I think that would also be supportive for you. I also hear for you, Fatima, that you have gifts that you're not using. So maybe thinking about the ways that you might want to step into those a little bit more, even if it's just with yourself. And yeah, maybe having a think about how you could do that. And if you want any kind of steps or more information or anything, feel free to message me, or you can leave me a comment. I can send you some stuff. Yeah, and just hearing a collective message as well. It's like now is so important to really anchor into our own energy field, and it has never been more important to really speak your truth. And I know that's almost a little cliche, you know, it's like speak your truth, but it's something so many of us struggle with, and so many of us have all of this really deeply rooted programming around it not being safe to do that. And it's a continual unwinding journey to be able to step into that more, and there's always layers that we're pulling back. So really just remembering that for the next month as well. And just catching yourself when you are going to step into a little bit of that people pleasing energy, or when you are going to step into diluting yourself down for somebody else. And just remembering that you have that power. You have that power to stay anchored in that moment, even if you have to excuse yourself for a second, even if you have to just take a really deep breath and it looks totally socially unacceptable. Whatever you have to do to bring that essence of truth, of your core, of who you really are, to bring that into every moment. Just honor it, honor however that looks for you. Dear Courtney, that aspect is maybe something I may want to speak to you about, as I'm actually going through things which are heavy, and it's not easy finding grounded flame keepers. Yeah. Oh, chills when you said that. Totally. Yeah. 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 Well, feel free to message me. I'm not sure if I've got you on Instagram, Fatima. I always see you pop up on YouTube, but feel free to message me or email as well. So interesting, the image I'm seeing is of the hammer, as and I'm laughing because that image has come through so much over the past like 2 months or so. And I think you can interpret it in a lot of different ways. But the way I'm seeing it is like squashing down things that are like not relevant. It's like just obliterating them, like smashing them, and just going like, no, like I'm not doing this anymore. Like this is not for me anymore. And the axe has that kind of similar energy as well. Any of those kind of tools, the sword, as well. And this is coming through really strongly as well. I'm not sure if it's collective. It feels like it could be collective. Yeah. But just you can envision, that's a really powerful way to do energy work as well, is to envision the use of tools, because they exist on that etheric level as well. So that sort of visualization, or if you're more clairsentient, you can literally physically imagine or physically move your body whilst you're sort of imagining what it is you want to cut out of your life, or what it is you want to obliterate as well. Because just remembering we can be creative with our energy work as well. There's so many ways that we can move out with traditional frameworks. It doesn't have to be by the book all the time. There's different ways to move energy. Okay, so email. Okay, Fatima, so I think you can find that on my bio on my YouTube. There is a there's my email. But if not, what I'll do is I'll reply to one of your comments and get it to you that way. And I'm just gonna pull a little collective card. Just seeing, is there only one card wants to come out? Yeah. Okay. Love this card for us. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So I feel that's very very on point, very on brand with everything that we've been discussing. 2222. Oh my god, amazing. Okay guys, so that's it for me. Oh, we're just about to go 22 minutes as well, so I feel like that is perfect. Yeah, thank you so much guys. I really thought it was just going to be me recording this on my own, because I needed to test out my internet. So I'm so glad that you are all here with me, and I'm sending you all so much love, all such beautiful souls on this call. And yeah, you guys know where I am. If you ever want to reach out about anything, Fatima, I'll get my email to you. And yeah, I'm sending you all so much love and a big hug. Goodbye.